ICP Chain Fusion is really starting to take off now, and Kongs are in control. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about Chain Fusion technology on the internet computer and how it's absolutely taking over Bitcoin DeFi right now and the potential it can have in Solana, and also some stuff we got cooking for KongSwap. All right, guys, so we're going to hop straight into it. Recently at Zurich in the Definity HQ, there was a Chain Fusion ICP lab, and you guys know I work for KongSwap. I was not there, but the rest of a couple of people from KongSwap were at the event, which is super awesome. There was also a couple other Bitcoin DeFi teams and probably some other teams that I'm forgetting. But it was basically all the Chain Fusion teams coming together in Zurich to talk about Chain Fusion and what they're doing and everything. So take a look at this. Dom put out a tweet talking about, will DeFi and Bitcoin be huge? And he says, see Odin.fun to find out. Runes Minter in real-time DEX. Fully on-chain UX order book on ICP. Grassroots taking higher and fast. The key part of this is the fast part. The fact that Odin.fun is super fast on Bitcoin DeFi. And Bob Bobley also, who was at, put out a tweet recently saying, spent the past week in Zurich at the Definity HQ with some incredible teams building Bitcoin tech on ICP. Odin.fun, which is the leading Bitcoin DeFi platform on all of Bitcoin right now that's built on ICP. Liquidium, which is a borrowing and lending Runes Bitcoin platform that's also built on ICP. Ordinal's bot/Trio, Tap/TRAC, Tap Protocol, Omnity, Loca Mining, Bookie, and many more. So there's a ton of Bitcoin DeFi platforms that are being built on the internet computer, because the best place to build Bitcoin DeFi is the internet computer. And finally, it's being realized. I'm super happy. Bob actually tweeted out today, and he also quote tweeted Dom too, saying that, hey, my platform's built on ICP. And I had him on my show a couple weeks ago. If you want to go check that out, super cool guy. His platform's doing a lot for the ecosystem right now. And also, KongSwap was there too. I have yet to put out a post yet about thanking Definity and everything. I put out a post a couple days ago saying, hey, we are at the event. Where is it? I guess it was a couple. So I put out this post saying Kong team is at the Definity ICP lab, hard at work in Zurich, and I'm gonna put out a post in probably an hour or two, saying, hey, we're at the event. By the time you're watching this, it's probably already up on Twitter. But also I want to talk about this right here for Kong. We on the Definity forums, we put our Q1 2025 recap up and what we have planned for Q2. So if you want to go check that out, go to the Definity forums and you can see what we have coming for KongSwap. I'm super excited. The community is super excited. Real builders on notice. And we're not going to stop pushing, guys. We know the potential of the internet computer, and we're going to push it to its limits. That's kind of been, one of our mottos at KongSwap is we're going to push the alien tech to its limits. Super, super cool things are going on. And also, for KongSwap, we just released our prediction markets. Guys, there's so much free fucking game in here, all right? So many people are sleeping on this right now. You know what the thing is? You can make money in any market, bloody market, down market, going to the moon market. You can make money in the Kong prediction markets in any single market, no matter how bad or good it is. There's always going to be money to be made in the Kong prediction markets. You may not win every time, but there is a lot of really good plays here that people are sleeping on. Basically free game. I saw someone put out a tweet about this. Bro, it's literally some of these plays are basically free money. Of course, it's not technically free money. You could lose, but there's a lot of really great plays here. So if you want to get in on the action with KongSwap, we have the prediction markets. Great play. All right. Now we're going to be talking about Chain Fusion. I actually put out a tweet today saying ICP, Chain Fusion with Solana and Bitcoin are going to be two of the major winning plays for ICP. And I've been talking about this for years on end, and I'm super glad we're finally starting to see it realized in Bitcoin. But I think we're also going to see it being realized in Solana. I think the Solana ecosystem has no clue what's coming. And I'm super excited to see the projects that are going to use ICP Chain Fusion to build in Solana, because Solana is where all the activity is right now, if we're just being completely honest. So that is, a domain and an area of the KongSwap team. We're trying to go penetrate Solana. If you guys, know me, I have a lot of connections in the Solana ecosystem, etc. And we're going to be looking to build some really awesome stuff. I don't want to say too much. You got to go search. You got to go on the, the forums yourself and go look at it yourself. I don't want to say too much, but yeah, just take a look at this tweet I put out. ICP Chain Fusion with Solana and Bitcoin are going to be two of the major plays. Remember this. Been talking about Bitcoin integration since 2021. We are now starting to see it pop off. Literally, I have been talking about this since 2021 when Definity first announced it, and how big it could be if Bitcoin DeFi can really be built on ICP. I posted a screenshot of my video on X a couple of weeks ago talking about this, but it's really cool to see it finally starting to play out. Took a couple years, and it took longer than I thought, but we are here now, and I also think it's just the beginning. That's the one thing I feel about the Internet Computer and Bitcoin DeFi, and also the chain fusion capabilities of Internet Computer with Solana and more. It's a massive cook. To be honest, with Ethereum, I hate Ethereum. Not that I hate Ethereum, but I think Ethereum's out the way. I'm bearish on Ethereum in the L2s. I don't really care about that. I think the two winning plays of the chain fusion are probably going to be Bitcoin, Solana, and Sui. Ethereum, sorry, EVM. I'm not a bull, and I think it's just going to completely keep bleeding the other chains. Anyways, Pierre Simontes, the CBO, Chief Business Officer of Definity, commented on my post saying "Sold times ICP soon." And we've known this for a while. It was announced back in 2023. And if you take a look at the Internet Computer roadmap, you can see the Helium integration, Chain Fusion supports Solana, due date June 2025. And you can see they are working on it right now. It seems like they're almost done. But if you're not familiar with Chain Fusion technology enables blockchains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana to be fused together with ICP to create a seamless single chain and end user experience for multi-chain dApps. It's basically the best multi-chain functionality that can be offered on any blockchain. It's better than all this other shit that's offered on all the other blockchains when it comes to multi-chain. The best multi-chain is going to be on ICP, and a lot of people don't understand this, and they're sleeping on it, and I've been saying it for years, and maybe it takes even me a couple more years for the whole thesis to play out, whatever. And another important thing is this is getting talked about. Like, guys, we need, if you care about your fucking ICP bags, you should want people to be talking about how ICP has the best chain fusion and how their project is built on ICP. That is very key, okay? Hype does actually matter. You should care about hype, of course. I understand the whole thing. You want to get in, while nobody's looking, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, we need some hype. It's okay to have hype. It's okay to, have some fun. So, yeah, and I think we are going to see it. I think it's starting to slowly pick up and slowly. I can see it on crypto Twitter. More and more people are talking about Internet Computer. The Bitcoin community started talking about Internet Computer, all this shit. Slowly coming together. It's a slow cook. Just bear with me. Just hang on. And for Kong, we have a lot cooking. As we said, we're super bullish. The reason why we're all bullish, I talked to the devs and everything. Why are you bullish on ICP? At the end of the day, it's not, if I spoke to the devs and the devs thought ICP was shit, I would be probably pretty worried. But the thing that keeps them the most excited is the chain fusion and the fact that the chain fusion on ICP is the best compared to any blockchain, which is super, super awesome. And it's using the chain key cryptography. I don't really need to go into why, but just know it's cross-chain and it's fucking dope. All right, so that's basically it for the video. I don't know if I really need to talk about more, but I kind of just want to give an update that, Kong Swap, we're cooking. If you've been watching me for a while, I'm a part of Kong Swap, all that good stuff. You want to check it out, kongswap.io right here. The ICP, it's great to see the Bitcoin projects are finally coming out and saying, hey, we're built on ICP, because, at first they were kind of like trying to hide it. But here's the reality of it. What you guys have to understand is this. Literally, nobody cares about a lot of this shit. Nobody cares if it's decentralized. Nobody cares what platform it's built on. All that shit really doesn't matter. What users want is a fast and nice working experience. That's it. They want a good UI and good UX. That's it. Whether it's decentralized or not, nobody gives a fuck. Hyperliquid is literally a centralized exchange, and nobody cares, and everyone's using it, okay? So that's the most important thing you have to understand about this market and what's going on. All these little niche things that apply to niche cult tribal groups, forget about all that shit. User experience and the best UI is going to win, and guess what? ICP can deliver that with the chain fusion, which is what really keeps me in the fucking game. All right, guys? So there's a lot cooking. I feel like I don't have to keep saying that. I mean, if you follow me and you've been watching me throughout the years, some of you have, you know what I'm about and everything. But if you enjoy this video, and this a little rant, I guess, make sure to go follow me on X, @AaronBremser_. Also, go join my Telegram. First link in the description. My Telegram's there. I'm, sharing my thoughts and everything on crypto. And yeah, thank you for watching.